Representative Bradley.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker Pro Tem. I can talk louder if necessary.
We appreciate you.
I'm good? Rep from Penrose says we're good. I've never been told I'm being too loud. This is what happens when we have to make budget costs or cuts, right? So the good representative from 5,000 counties, Montezuma mostly, just made a great point. State employees didn't get their 2% pay increase, so now we can't cut. Well, guess who else didn't? Providers in healthcare got a 1.6% cut last year. And guess what? We're going to give them a 2% cut this year. So we can't have pity parties for people getting cuts because state employees also get healthcare. And there's plenty of farmers that can't afford healthcare, or if they can't afford healthcare, we're closing down the hospitals in their rural counties or taking away the specialty services in their counties, and they can't get the stuff that they need in the first place. We need farmers in this state. And I just did a quick look at the USDA Census of Agriculture. Looks like we have about 67,000 farmers in Colorado. About 25% are aged 65 to 74, and 14% are 75 or over. Those people are still working. They're not retired. They're still breaking their backs to farm the land so we can eat. So the least we can do is make sure there's young farmers in the future to do those things. And they're not crying about having 13 days off. They just want to be able to go to a hospital when they need health care, for goodness sake. Why would we not support this amendment to ensure that as we are aging out, 17,000 are 65 and over, almost 10,000 are 75 and over. 27,000 of the 67,000 should be retired, but we know that these farmers can't retire. They're not like us. They're still herding cattle and farming the land because they believe in feeding Colorado. But we've got to have young farmers to replace the 27,000 that eventually need to retire. My husband grew up on 400 acres. I know the importance of farming the land. So if we're picking winners and losers, which unfortunately that's what has to happen, then let's not talk about 2% pay increases when we're cutting provider rates and not giving back to the farmers, the people that are feeding Coloradans. Because when I sit down at the table and I eat farm-raised vegetables and meat and the elk that my kids were able to hunt on the land here, I cheers to the farmers in Colorado. Support this amendment. Thank you.